Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to submit audio and or video recordings. Whether you are an elementary student who is submitting stuff for their orchestra karate, or you're a middle or high school student who's submitting, recordings of yourself for grades and assessments, things like that. I'm going to demonstrate how to use what I do, and this is something I do on my phone, my Apple device. If you don't have an Apple device, don't worry. There are other ways that you can submit your audio and or video. So let's get started. I'm excited. This is going to be a good one for you today. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you, and like most things that I do when it comes to, listening back to myself performing or kind of assessing my own playing, is I always record myself. And this is something you should get in the habit of doing, even if it's not for some school-related thing. As musicians, we really need to listen to ourselves, and by recording yourselves and listening back to that, it's a really good way to see how you're improving. So I always use my phone. My phone has pretty much everything on it that I need to be successful in taking audio or video of myself. So I'm going to show you a couple things. I'm going to do a demonstration like you might do, if you were at home. And I'm going to show you all the ways that you can submit your videos to me. All right, so let's get started. Okay, there's a couple things that are pretty self-explanatory. If you're sending a video of yourself performing, obviously you're going to go into the video app on your device, right? You set it up somewhere so that you can see yourself in the video. You hit start, 3, 2, 1, go, and then begin, right? And then once you have that, you can go back, you can watch it. If it's what you want, you can send it right away. But if it's not quite, what you think it should be, redo it. That's the best part about this process, is you can always redo your examples. Don't just do it and then send it. Okay, so that's the best tip that I can give you at the beginning here. Right, so again, I would go right into my device. I have my app right here, the camera, and then I can just go right to video, right? And then I could flip it around if I need to. Whatever would work best, and then you take the video from there. Now, if you're not doing a video, what are your options? Okay, so if you have an Apple device, every phone should come with an app that's called Voice Memo. Now, Voice Memo is a great way to do a lot of different things, and I've found that for music especially, it's really great for taking sample recordings of yourself performing and then being able to listen back to them, and it keeps track of everything for you. I'll show you what mine looks like here. When I open mine, all right, you'll see that there's a lot of different things in there. Some are labeled specifically, some are not. But when you do a recording of yourself, all you have to do is hit start right there. That's the record button. You perform, whatever it is that you are looking to submit, and then when you're done, you hit that same button again, and then you can go back and listen to it. So here's an example of what that might look like if you are doing this at home. So follow along as I go. Okay, so for this example, I'm just going to play a simple melody from Lord of the Rings, and I'm going to first make sure I click my start button. I'm going to play, and then I'm going to hit it again, and I'm going to listen back to it first to see if it's what I want. So here we go. All right, so I just hit the start, the record button again. Then you'll see right there, new recording 27. That is what I just took a sample of. All right, so let's listen to it really quick. All right, so clearly Sounds pretty good. I think I like that recording. So what I would do now is you will see that there is there's an option here. All right, there's like 3 dots over on the side there. If I click on that, it's going to bring this up right here. Now you'll see at the bottom, it's going to say share. That's the most important part. So when I click on share, all right, you'll see that it comes up with some different options. Now, I usually recommend sending your recordings to me as an email. All right, you don't have to text them or any of that. So all you would do is click on where it says mail. All right, and then you would type my email address in, which I just included the link here below. All right, and then you send it. All right, and it'll come to me and I'll see it. For the older students, that might be a little different. All right, you would probably go in and you do your share option, but you might go into Google Drive and share it to Google Classroom. Right, there's a little bit of a difference there for some of the older students. All right. But that is the quickest and easiest way to do this if you are using an Apple device. So voice memo, it's where it's at. It's the best way to do it. I've never had any issues with it. So I highly recommend you do the same. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to mention before the end of this video is that if you do a video recording, the process of sharing your video is exactly the same. You find the option that says share. It's a little box with an arrow going through it. You click on mail and then you send it. And it functions exactly the same as the audio would. All right, so test run these things, try them out. Obviously, always record yourself. That's the best thing to see how you sound, because when you're in the moment of doing something, sometimes you don't really notice a little mistake or something that you want to fix. So record yourself, listen back to yourself, and be tough on yourself. Make sure things sound the way you want them to. It's the best way we grow. It's the best way we learn as musicians. So I highly recommend it. So if you have any questions, you can email me, send me a message. I will help you with whatever you need. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped.
By the sea, if the ship breaks down, you can always find me. Dirty J chilling underneath a shady tree. Our fans are always welcome with our friends and family. And if you wish, you can stay.